The next step is establishing a systematic way to create content for this new service offering. And this is where things get really interesting because we are moving from research into actual content creation. Moving into content creation? Well, let's go. Content creation involves multiple processes: ideating, drafting, research, video generation, blog writing, voiceovers, copywriting, and so much more. Now, I get it. Your business might not be struggling with all of these areas, but I guarantee that you must be dealing with some common pain points that every marketing team does. Okay, I would name some of these pain points to you, like, for example, writer's block that kills productivity, slow drafting processes that bottleneck campaigns, inconsistent branding across different content pieces, high localization cost when you need content for different markets. The AI solution, here is where your generative AI becomes your secret weapon. We can create text, images, and videos from single prompt, automate editing processes, and handle localization at scale. Alright, so within content creation, let's dive into the first part, which is text drafting strategy. Below we start drafting any content, we need to identify exactly what type of content to create, and guess what? We are going to go back to Perplexity for this because strategic content planning requires the same level of research, rigor we just applied to market analysis. Watch this progression of prompts. This is the exact sequence I use to go from zero to a complete content strategy. Alright, so the first prompt I'm going to put is, okay, thanks for the analysis. Now, can you help me identify a 3-month marketing strategy, or I would say content marketing strategy, which involves all types of content creation to cater to the entire funnel of intents that my audience or prospects might have. Perfect. Now, we have our content marketing strategy framework, but we need to get more specific. So, let's go ahead with our second prompt. Okay, now, according to this content marketing strategy, please generate the content requirements for each month. I would like to get the maximum ROI from my efforts. So, please generate content requirements accordingly. Alright, let's wait for a few minutes. Great, now we know exactly what we need to create each month, but we are not done yet. Third prompt is going to be, okay, now also run SEO keyword research and give me relevant keywords to cater to in each of these content pieces. Excellent, now our content will actually be discoverable. But here is where most people stop and they miss the most valuable part, which is the fourth prompt. Okay, so now I'm going to write, now please add the top performing links and most insightful resources to get the facts while creating content for each of these content pieces separately. And just like that, we have everything we need: a complete content strategy, monthly requirements, SEO keywords, and credible sources for each piece. What used to take a content team weeks of planning and research, we just accomplished in about 30 minutes. This is the power of knowing how to layer AI tools properly. Each tool serves a specific purpose, and when you understand how to sequence them correctly, you save hours of manual work while getting better results. Now, speaking of each tool having its own specialization, let me break down the text drafting tools that I actually use and recommend, and which is basically the next flow from here. Now, we have researched around the content requirements. Now, let's go into creating one. Each one has its sweet spot, and knowing which tool used for what task is going to save you tons of time and frustration. So here is my all of text drafting tools favorites. Let me break down each tool honestly, including what you will actually pay and why each one earns its spot on my workflow. Well, ChatGPT sits at the center of my content creation process. And here's why it's became essential. At $20 per month for ChatGPT Plus, it's incredibly cost effective for the amount of work it handles. What sets ChatGPT apart is its ability to understand context and stay consistent across long conversations. While I am working on market research summaries, it doesn't just copy information, it combines data from multiple sources and presents insights in a way that actually makes sense for business decisions. The strategic thinking ability is genuinely impressive. I can give it a basic brief about marketing challenge and it comes back with frameworks and approaches that I hadn't thought of. And I'm a marketing expert, by the way. For ad copy variations, this is where ChatGPT really shines. Give it one successful ad and it will create 20 variations that keep the core messages while testing different approaches. The speed for every content creation is unmatched. Blog articles, email templates, social posts, all gets created with very little input from me. I don't know about you. Okay, next tool is Gemini. Gemini is Google's answer to chatbot and it's completely free, which immediately makes it worth having in your toolkit. But here's why Gemini really stands out. It's genuinely more creative and thinks outside of the box, away from normal patterns. When I hit creative blocks or need fresh ideas for content, Gemini constantly surprises me with approaches I wouldn't have thought of. The way it organizes marketing plans and campaign briefs is particularly impressive. It seems to understand the logical flow of marketing campaigns better than other tools. For survey questions, Gemini has this ability to ask things in ways that actually get useful responses from people. And when I am in a rush and need marketing materials quickly with little context, Gemini delivers fast, usable content without the detailed prompts that other tools sometimes need. Next in the list is Jasper. Jasper is a premium option at $39 to $125 per month. And honestly, it's the one tool where I actually feel the price is worth it because of the specialized features. This isn't just another AI writing tool. It's built specifically for marketing content for people like you and me. And that focus really shows. The long-form content creation ability is excellent for blogs and landing pages. While other tools might just lose focus over long pieces, Jasper stays in quality and relevant throughout. The SEO optimization isn't just an add-on feature. It's built into how the tool thinks about content creation. Every piece it creates considers search optimizations from the start. But here's the real difference. Brand consistency. Jasper allows you to input your brand voice and keeps that tone across all content types. When you're creating dozens of pieces of content across different channels, this consistency is worth the premium price alone. Now moving on to actually my favorite, I'll be honest, it is Claude. Claude costs $20 per month for the pro version. And it's become my go-to for analytical and strategic content. What makes Claude different is its approach to thinking and analysis. When I need marketing reports or competitor insights, Claude doesn't just organize information, it finds patterns and draws connections that lead to actionable insights. The customer feedback summary ability is particularly valuable because it doesn't just sort feedback, it finds themes and ideas that inform strategy. For campaign messaging and creative ideas, Claude brings a thoughtful, strategic view that feels more like working with a marketing strategist than just using a writing tool. The templates and framework it creates are immediately usable, not just theoretical ideas. Here's the key insights I have learned after testing dozens of AI writing tools. Don't just pick one tool and try to force it to do everything. I literally have all 4 of these tools open in different tabs, and I switch between them based on what I am trying to accomplish. It's like having a specialized team where each person has their superpower. The magic happens when you understand which tool excels at what. And then you create workflows that play to each tool's strength. Yes, it means paying for multiple subscriptions, but when you calculate the time saved and quality gained, it's significantly cheaper than hiring specialists for each type of content. Alright, now let's put these tools to action. You remember our use case, right? The scenario of starting AI automation services in an IT company? Well, we need content for this new services. So let me show you exactly how I'd approach to use the tools we just discussed. Here's a prompt that I'm going to use across different platforms to create complete content package. According to content requirements of what is AI automation and why does your business need it, please give me these content pieces. Blog for 500 words, there should not be any copying or rewriting from existing content. Please avoid paraphrasing as well. Keep the tone formal. Alright, next, social copy. Please create social media content for the topic AI automation and its importance. Email sequence, I additionally want to send the blog title this in a newsletter. Please share concise, personalized and engaging newsletter content for it. And landing page, I want to create a landing page on AI automation services. Please keep all major factors that are important in a landing page to capture maximum leads in mind while building this. So, like you can see, this is a very comprehensive prompt that I have given and have really gone deep into giving them the perspective of target audience. Okay, so we got all 4 content pieces, but as you can see, the content is very generic and not particularly factual. It reads like something you'd find anywhere online about AI automation. The blog post lacks specific insights. The social copy is basic. And the landing page is just text descriptions rather than an actual page structure. Let me try to improve this with a follow-up prompt. So now I'm going to write, please use credible information, facts that would be appreciated and keep the target audience in mind. Think longer and then give quality content. And with this, I'm also going to use ChatGPT's Think Longer feature to see if we can get better results. That's definitely better. The content now has more substance and specific details. The blog post includes actual statistics and the tone is more professional. But I'm still not completely satisfied with the social copy and landing page structure. So let's leave it here and move to Gemini. Now I'm going to put the exact same prompt in Gemini and see how it compares. Well, this is interesting. I'm getting a troubleshooting error and it's been loading for about 5 minutes now without giving me actual results. This happens sometimes with Gemini, especially when you are asking for multiple content types at once. This is exactly why I keep multiple tools available. When one falls, you need a backup option. So let's move on to our next option, which is Claude. Alright, now I'm pasting the same prompt into Claude. Let's see how this performs. Now this is much more interesting. Let me break down what Claude delivered. The blog post is descriptive and well structured. Though it could use a few more specific facts, we could easily fix that with an additional prompt asking for more data and statistics. But look at the social copy. This is amazing. Unlike ChatGPT, Claude actually created different social media posts of different platforms. We've got LinkedIn posts, Twitter content, and even Instagram captions. Each one is tailored to the platform's audience and format. This is exactly the kind of practical thinking that saves you hours of work. The newsletter content is a bit longer, that what typically works best for newsletters, but again, I think with a follow-up prompt, this could be fixed. Okay, here is where Claude really shined. Look at this landing page structure. Instead of just giving, regular text descriptions that ChatGPT did, Claude actually structured this as a proper landing page with headers, sections, call to actions, buttons, and a logical flow. This is exactly what I was looking for. The clear winner, and what this tells us, based on the real-time test that we just did, Claude is the clear winner for this type of comprehensive content creation task. But here is what's really important to understand from the demo. No tool is perfect on the first try. Even the best results needed some refinement. Different tools have different strengths. ChatGPT improved significantly with the follow-up prompt, while Claude nailed the structure from the start. Always have a backbone options. Gemini failed completely in this instance, which is why having multiple tools is essential. Quality comes from good prompting. This difference between the first and second ChatGPT results shows how much better prompting matters, and this was just text content. Wait until we get into automating images, videos, and complete marketing campaign.